Yeah, law enforcement, man. Always gotta be Monka S around them. You never know when they'll try to mess with you. I'm always wary of that. Yeah, last night I was watching murder stream. I only recently found out about him through, I think, Cook. And my first stream that I watched of his was he was at the track. And I thought that was so dope that he actually takes us to the track to watch the cars race. Oh my God. That's like porn right there. I mean, I don't know much about cars, honestly, but I love watching it, you know? Like that type of stuff. It's so interesting in my opinion. And he had like 2K people watching. This is insane for like an IRL streamer. And oh my God, this headwind is pretty freaking crazy right now, man. If I spin a little faster, it wouldn't be so bad, but then I'm also using more energy. Oh, the team thing? I didn't really know what that was either. But it just basically means that you're part of a group, and that group they stream. And so normally I would think that if you decide to, it's basically for visibility. It's a visibility thing, like getting found. Because some people might click on that team and they might see your name in that list because you're part of it. So when it comes down to like rating and hosting, you might raid or host a team member versus someone that you just followed. What is that now? Like the second or third ambulance? Well, at least on Twitch it's hard for bikers because there's not many of us doing this. It's just me, Miekii, and this one other guy that I recently saw streaming. I think it was the day of my century. I found out about him because I rated Marmite. And not Bike Courier. And he is in the Bay Area apparently, and he streams bike stuff. I haven't really had the chance to check him out, but I think that's pretty cool that he's doing that over there on the West Coast. Because on the West Coast, it's a lot crazier trying to bike around with all the hills and stuff and the mountains out there. But I love to see that though. You know, I'd love to see more people on bikes streaming versus just walking around. because you get to see a lot more of the world that way versus even being in a car, you know? Because you can you know, go at it around the world at a bit of a faster pace, but not such a pace that you miss out on everything because you can always stop. Yo, this headwind is crazy. It's like a 20-mile-per-hour gust right now. Oh, it's scratch DJ? That's pretty cool. G Lil Monstar DJs as well. I don't know if that's the same thing. I think it's cool because it's actually something oh my god, this headwind. Like, I love music as well. So I've actually like looked into it, but it seems kind of difficult, at least to me. So I never got into DJing, but it is an option I definitely considered, you know, way back when. I have so many songs on my phone. I feel safer in this protected bike lane, even though it's only a one-way. Shit. And riding in the road. This protected bike lane is not so bad because there aren't usually any cars or other vehicles or objects blocking it. That's also kind of why I wanted to change my name as well. It didn't translate well to like streaming for me. So I changed it to my second name, my backup or alternate. And it's pretty original, I think. It's not like an amalgamation or whatever, however you say it, of like other words. It's not a combination of other words. It's like something actually original, which is why I love my name even more. Right. Oh dang, dude, how'd you lose? That's why I use a password manager, so I don't forget none of my passwords. And even then, I still remember a lot of them. And I use a lot of different ones. I don't use like the same one for everything. Cali was good, man. I really had fun. I met a bunch of cool friends that I'll probably be seeing again, and by the end of the year maybe. Still a work in progress. and I had fun adventuring around. Yeah, it was a good trip too. I really needed that. And I'm glad I met the people I did too. I had a lot of fun with them. It was crazy too because it was like a meetup with one of the artists. Like he did like a spontaneous meetup before the festival, the day before of it. And it was a whole lot of fun. I got to meet him and take photos with him. And they just had this thing open yesterday, and now they're doing like construction here, man. That sucks. I hate having to go around this thing. But yeah, I got to meet him and a whole bunch of other people. Free pizza. I got a crazy tan that I wasn't happy about. I'm like 4 different shades on my arm. And yeah, it was a good time. All right, 4:44. Yeah, I could remove the X's, but it's not original if I change it. I mean, I guess it would still be original, but I prefer it the way it is because that's how I developed my name. Oh, really? What part of the Bronx are you from, Johnny? I started the stream by the stadium because, you know, the other day you were saying that I should end the stream by the stadium, so this time I started at the stadium. And I know a lot of people, you know, the other IL streamers that are here. Let me get away from this area. It's too noisy. I know the other IRL streamers that are, you know, based here in New York City, they don't really venture out to other boroughs. I have no problem whatsoever venturing out anywhere. And since I'm from the Bronx, I thought, well, maybe, you know what? Let me start it here for a change, and maybe I'll do it, you know, from time to time. Maybe not every time, but from time to time, I'll start my streams right there by the stadium. So, you know, people can see it, because I know a lot of people are not from here in New York City and they would love to see the stadium, you know? One of the most famous and known stadiums there is, you know? The Yankees are like famous all around the world, so why not show them something they've never seen before, you know? And that's the whole point of watching streams too, right? To see things you've never seen before. And I'm always down here pretty bored. Oh my God. I'm always down here pretty bored of seeing the same thing every day. Yo, check this out. Oh my God. I would like F the shit out of this car. Pikachu. Pikachu. And even its spoiler has a Pikachu thing on it. Oh my God. This is like sex. This is a sex machine. Woo. Oh. Oh. Wow, I'm so behind on chat. Let me try to catch up real quick. Yeah, I use LastPass myself. I love LastPass. I don't use any other password manager. Yeah, don't use any piece of paper or anything. If that gets stolen, then people have access to like all your accounts. Oh, I know. I have a friend that lives up there by Van Cortlandt, and he also rides a bike and he skates as well. I'm kind of familiar with that area because he lives there. He showed me a couple of cool things up there. What is your car doing in New York? Oh my God! Yeah, it's a Porsche. It's a GT3 RS, I believe it is. Wait, let me. I think it's a GT3. It says it. Yeah, it says it's a GT3 RS. If you look at the look, GT3 RS. This is a sex machine car. Hog champ as fuck. I probably don't live far from a place. Sometimes stay. Well, maybe you'll see me one day. But the thing is, I don't even spend that much time in the Bronx anyway. Like, if you ever see me, I'm probably heading somewhere because I don't really stick around in the Bronx. Damn, that's expensive as hell. I could look at this car like all day and not get tired of it. It's so beautiful, and especially that it has like Pikachu on it. I would love to see this car at a track. I would love to see how fast this thing could go. I might not hear you though, Johnny, because I go so fast and I usually have my music on. Like, I've had plenty of people tell me that they see me on the street, but they can't say anything to me because I'm going so fast. I'm usually in my own world when I'm riding. I mean, I'm not in my own world right now because I'm talking with y'all, but you get my idea. Or y'all get my idea. Yeah, you could just say that you saw me. And then maybe you could go back if I was like streaming or something and clip it. Oh wait, let me sign on. I'm forgetting. Yeah, this phone, okay. Sign in for work. I'm good now. I don't think anything's gonna come in right now. We'll just ride around. Yo, ever since I did that Century, I feel I can ride anywhere. Like, I did 116 miles that day. I could have rode to Philly. Philly is like 80 miles from here, something like that. I could have rode there and then some, and then rode halfway back to New York City, as a matter of fact. You like the crowded, long down the road shots? You mean like this, where you could like see like a lot of things at once? Yeah, you can clip from a recorded stream. It doesn't have to be live. You can go back to the archive, check out whatever VOD you want, and you can clip it still. No, I did 116 miles on the Century, the day of the Century, and I could have did more, but it was already dark out, and I didn't have anybody to ride with me to make it like fun. You know, I could have took you guys somewhere, but it was already getting dark, and I don't have a light. Or I mean, I have a front light, but it's not that great because, you know, there's a lot of areas in the city that are not illuminated, and it just feels better with like a light riding around. I mean, in terms of like a leisurely ride, I would feel better riding with a front light, like a really good one. The one that I have right now really sucks. Yeah, I still felt like I could have done more than 116. Like, I honestly wanted to do like another Century. I felt so good after I was done, and I still feel like I had not rode at all. And I was so surprised at that myself that I was just like, I feel good enough to do another Century, let's go. And this dude that I had met there, his name is Raphael. He was like, nah, you bugging, which basically means that that I'm crazy for wanting to do like another 100, because I guess he was pooped. I wasn't. I still felt, I was like an Energizer bunny at that point. Well, at least you checked it out, man. I mean, it wasn't much more to the stream after that. I mean, it was like 30 miles, but yeah. And that was the Bronx, like the second last part of the stream, of the tour. I was like, I really needed to like refuel because those snacks and stuff wasn't doing it for me. Like, and I couldn't get the energy drink because I didn't have a bottle, which I was supposed to pick up at the start, but nobody told me anything. So everybody had a bottle but me. And the funny thing is, I asked the person at the front as I was entering if I needed anything. She was like, no, you have the bib, you're good to go. She didn't say anything to me about the bottle, about the shirt. So I thought we'd get it after, not before. So I didn't think anything of it. Yeah, my ass, like, I think it was like halfway through, my ass was like really kind of hurting. But those breaks I took really helped, and then I was fine after that. I guess like my seat just kind of conformed to it, and it didn't really bother me after that. But this saddle that I have, it's like stock, and it's surprisingly comfy. I was actually surprised when I realized how comfy this saddle actually is. Because on my old one, I had to get like an aftermarket one because the original one was just really stiff and it would really rub my ass the wrong way. And, you know, it's super uncomfortable for like long rides, super uncomfortable. So I'm glad this saddle is like actually pretty decent. Yeah, it also depends on how you angle the saddle as well, I noticed. That definitely has, you know, a role to play. The type of bars you have can really matter because that affects your position in the saddle. Yeah, there's a whole lot of factors that go into like, you know, what makes it comfortable to ride. As a matter of fact, let me see where the hotspots are. This is not a hotspot typically at this time. Yeah, let's ride further downtown. me a moment, guys. Sorry. So this is a playlist that is like different from the one I've been using because that one was getting, after 100 miles, it got so dull and boring. I just had to stop playing it. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Having a custom bike maker. But I'm pretty sure that's definitely not cheap. This is actually one of my favorite songs playing right now. You know what's funny actually is that you're mentioning bikes are being expensive, like 10K plus. But in that Century, I was passing by all the roadies. There was only a couple of guys that was actually keeping up with me that whole time. And my bike cost nowhere near those, you know, most of those guys with the super expensive dollar bike. My bike setup is actually pretty crazy. Like I realized that after I did that Century, like how insane my setup actually is. Because a couple of them were asking me about my bike. And it was like I'm crazy for riding a single speed fixed gear, and then telling them my ratio. One guy was like, dude, that's a track ratio. I was like, yeah, it is. but it doesn't exactly start off like one. It's just super like fast and light, even though it's a track ratio. The track ratio basically means that it's super high, the ratio, and basically the higher the ratio, the harder it is to like pedal. But my bike is set up so it actually feels like super light. Yeah, 116 miles on a fixed gear. Excuse me. With a crazy high ratio, but it doesn't, as high as my ratio is, the thing is that it doesn't feel high because of the aftermarket wheel set that I have. My aftermarket wheel set, I spin up so fast that it's like I'm on a lower ratio. That's why I'm able to just fly a lot of the time, and why I pass by so many people. Rush hour is like the worst time to be riding a bike. Jin, you're so right about that. I had to deal with so many hills, and that in the Century, like when it came to Queens, I was really dreading it. Those hills were really killing me, but still I got through them somehow. I just powered through them. I just had to. No other way, man. Because the roads were such crap that it was really. I fucking did it. And I was actually looking into some other Centuries, but I don't think any of them are really as great as the